Hey everyone, welcome back to the Geriatric Momma. I'm Ashley Bailey Farley, the Geriatric Momma, and I'm here with my homegirl Claire Buchignani. We practiced that.
It's a hard name.
It's an amazing name.
Thank you. I'm so
How's it
great,
going?
Ashley. I'm so glad that we're doing this. Season 2.
Yes,
the
we're back.
Listeners and the watchers aren't even ready for how awesome this season is going to be. Ashley, how
They ain't
are
ready.
you?
They are not ready. I am doing so well. As you guys know, our Claire Bear is pregnant and she's in the 3rd trimester. So tell us, how are you feeling?
Oh, God. I will say,
Right?
3rd trimester is pretty great. 2nd trimester was also great.
it is.
1st trimester was the worst.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for a good 2 trimesters so far. So, yeah.
And now you're in a trimester where you can just chill out as much as possible. I know my 3rd trimester, I had gestational diabetes, so I couldn't eat everything that I wanted. But honestly, once it got closer to the date, I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to eat. The baby's about to be here. Let me just chill out and like kind of get my mind together a little bit, you know?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah. It is a mental
sending you
process
good
of setting
energy,
it.
good vibes.
Aw,
you
thank you.
are glowing. You're looking beautiful. And I'm super excited for you. We all are. But let me tell you something, girl.
Tell
When
me.
you bring that baby home, that beautiful baby that you guys are going to bring home, you're going to go through the fog. I know it sounds a little ominous.
It really does.
But you know what? You're going to go through it. You're not going to get stuck in it, right?
Mm-hmm,
So the way my pediatrician described it to me and my husband as we set, so once you bring the baby home, you have to go to doctor's appointments like that week. They do like a 1 or 3 day checkup, right? So
wow.
we're sitting there bouncing Jet around, exhausted, just like out of our minds, tired. And she's like, all right, you guys are in the fog right now. You'll get through it. And I'm just like, will we? Are we going to get through this? Because this is really intense. She's like, everyone goes through it. So basically the fog, the way she described it is that it's just extreme exhaustion, right? And it's not like you've experienced before because you don't just get to go home and sleep it off. You literally have a human that's depending on you to stay alive. So it doesn't matter how tired you are at this point. You're just like, all right, got to get through it. And, you know, this feeling of exhaustion and it's like mentally and physically you're just tired. It lasts for about, I think for us, for me and Justin, it felt like maybe 2 or 3 weeks where it was just really heavy. And then you kind of get used to this new routine that you're in that completely changes your life. And you kind of start to see the positive side of it a little bit. So that's the fog, right? And I'm telling you, when I went through the fog with Justin, which it helps to have a very supportive partner when you're going through the fog, or at least someone there to help you, right? We need support in just about everything that we do in life. And this is no different. This is probably one of those things where you need the most help you can possibly handle.
The absolute most.
The most. So I just want to tell you this story of our fog, our experience, because it's completely different for everyone. And just because it felt very heavy to me doesn't mean it'll feel heavy to everyone. But the best way I can sum up my fog with our little baby is a dream I had the first night I brought Jet home. So I was able to breastfeed. And when you bring the baby home and you're breastfeeding, it just feels like you're constantly feeding. And that night I had him in the football position. So that's basically like his legs are sort of under your arm and his head is really just under your boob. And that's one of the basic positions you can feed in. And I was feeding him and I guess I fell asleep because I found myself in a really surreal dream that really fucked with my head. I'm going to be honest. So in this dream, I'm sitting in my bed, this very position that I'm in with Jet and Justin's next to me sleeping. That's going to be typical. Mommy's going to be up feeding. Daddy's going to be knocked out next to you. The partner's going to be knocked out. They're tired too, but
sure, it's a lot.
feeding.
It's a lot for everybody. Yes, you're doing the work.
Right. So in my dream, I'm sitting in the same position in bed. I'm feeding Jet. Justin's knocked out. And it's just this pounding on my window and like it's shaking the room. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I keep hearing like this faint voice saying, wake up, wake up. And it's just pounding, pounding, pounding. The window is shaking. The room feels like it's shaking. And the pounding gets louder and louder. And I'm hearing, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I look in my dream to the window and it's my mom in the window.
Oh my
And she's
gosh.
like, Ashley, wake up, wake up. And then I pop my eyes open and I wake up and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I look down. It's my poor little Jetty and my boob is covering like 3/4 of his face.
Oh no.
And I completely freak out. I'm like, oh my God, I killed my baby with my giant tits. I knew one day they were going to cause me a problem. And the problem they caused me is that they just killed my baby. And all I'm trying to do is feed him. Oh my God,
Ashley,
Claire. I completely
Ashley.
sprawled. So I jolt, I snatch my boob out of his mouth. I'm like, please tell me you're alive. And he looks up at me like, what the hell are you doing? I'm trying to eat. Give me the tit back, woman. Give me that boobie.
I'm trying to finish my midnight snack here.
Oh my God. I felt it was like almost outer body because I'm tired. I have at this point, a 3-day-old, 4-day-old baby.
Brand new.
It's my first child. Yeah, everything is so brand new. And you worry so much about making mistakes, about, honestly, just keeping him alive. Justin says he's like a Fabergé egg at that point, and you're just kind of like tiptoeing around everything with the baby. And I was just terrified. And I start crying. And Justin wakes up. He's like, what's wrong? And he's in a panic because he knows the baby is there. And you're just on alert, when you have a newborn around.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, what's going on? And I'm like, I thought I killed Jetson. I'm a horrible mom. And he's like, hold on. We cannot go down that road at this point in the journey. In fact, let's not ever go down that road. But we're just starting out. It's like, show yourself some grace. Understand that this is new and you are doing the absolute best you can. And let's just move on. Like, let's not even sit in this moment. Let's just move on. And it made me feel so much better. But that dream was so insane. Like, it was so crazy. Like, it blows my mind to even think about it right now. Like, I don't know, it's like, was my mom's spirit just like trying to wake me up before something bad did happen? Or was it just my brain saying like, hey, just wake up? I mean, I don't think that I was going to actually suffocate him. I don't think.
No.
But,
no.
I don't know. Maybe it was just that motherly intuition, my mother's intuition connecting with my motherly intuition, and our spirits combined to wake me up to make sure my boob didn't suffocate my child, and that was part of my life's journey.
Yeah. This is not going to be your story, Ashley. It's not suffocating your kid with your boob. But maybe it's a combination of all three. A combination of all three. Yeah.
I think so. But that's what happens when you're in the fog. It's not just that your body's impacted mentally and emotionally. When you have a baby, everything just kind of gets tossed up in the air and you're just like waiting for it to fall. My mom uses that analogy a lot when things kind of get shaken up in our lives. And it makes so much sense. But just the way that my mind and body just kind of kicked in and alerted me to wake up. And then when you wake up, everything feels so surreal. That is the fog. And that type of feeling, though, it's not that intense, okay, for 3 weeks. But you just kind of feel like everything's a little surreal and you're not completely yourself that first 2 or 3 weeks when you bring a baby home. So give yourself a little grace. Be easy on yourself. I feel like parents who have more than one kid, they're like, girl, yeah, the baby's going to be fine. You're not going to smother him. You're going to be great. But when you're a first-time parent, everything is so new. So we have to give ourselves some grace in this. You know what I mean? You have to. And really, it needs to start before you even bring the baby home. Like, Claire, are you feeling right now that you're in any way being hard on yourself, or just like, like really worried or anxious about, I mean, obviously you're anxious, but like, how do you feel? Like, are you being a little easy on yourself and taking care of yourself?
I will say that has been a real lesson already. And especially from you, I got such great advice from you, and I always do. And I'm so thankful to have you in my corner. But sometimes it's hard because I even think like, oh gosh, like, do I really need this extra nap today? Like maybe I should be doing something else instead. And it's hard to allow yourself that, even though it's literally what your body is asking you to do. So I'm slowly getting better and better at it. But you told me, and I'll never forget this, you were like, get sleep now because you will not have it later.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, that is the number one advice that I got across the board. When I would go into appointments, the nurses, the doctors, my friends and family who have been through it before, sleep as much as you can because it's just going to hit way different. I don't know if I've slept even like 5 hours straight so far.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not because I didn't have the opportunity to. Like if Justin's watching Jet, then I can go take a nice nap. But, one, I'm breastfeeding. I'm mainly nursing. So I have to be up to actually feed him. And two, my mind is just like, I just wake up and I'm like, where's Jet? How's he doing? What's going on? So, get some sleep, girl. And just know that for you and for all our mamas out there, the fog will come and then it will go and you will be okay. You totally got this. You got it. You got it. Claire Bear, you got it, girl.
Thanks, Ashley. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure everyone else really appreciates hearing that because we need to be reminded. We need to be reminded, especially now. Like, take care of yourselves.
Yes.
Make sure, you're taking that time.
And as women, we're so hard on ourselves in general. And I feel like for me, that was stepped up even more once I became a mom. It's just everything just feels like so much pressure. And of course, we talked about this in our first episode. Not only did I become a mom, but I started co-parenting my niece and nephew a month before my son was born. So I became a parent of 3 virtually overnight. So so it's not even just my baby that I'm like constantly worrying about and having anxiety about. But it's my 8-year-old and 6-year-old niece and nephew who are on completely different stages of life. So as moms, as parents, we need to give ourselves some grace and just know that as long as you're doing the best you can, then you are doing the best you can. And that is absolutely enough. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. You're a superwoman. Absolutely. You're my superhero and everyone else's for sure.
We are superwomen. We are superheroes.
That's right.
We were born to do it. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Remember, the fog will come and go. Think about it when you're in your car and you drive through a fog. You come out on the other side and there's sunshine and rainbows. There's some hills and valleys, but there's sunshine and rainbows too. So just give yourself some grace and enjoy the ride.
Claire,
thank you so much for being here with me today. As always, I love you so much. I'm so excited for you.
Oh, I love you too, Ashley. I'm so excited to be able to go through this journey with you, and especially having you just gone through it. It really is inspiring me truly every single day. And I'm just so honored that we get to do this again. Yay!
Absolutely. We have so much fun stuff coming up in season 2. And we can't wait to see you the next episode. So make sure you tune in. Find us on Instagram. Find us on YouTube. And Claire, I will see you next time.
See you next time.
And for everyone else, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Bye.